I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm tripping, I just don't feel myself. In the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop. Just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have, because what you have is substantial.
Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it. Get on it. And yes, most things are more rewarding when you break a sweat to get them.
You should never have to question something that's real. All right, you go through it to grow from it. You go through it to learn from it. You don't go through it just to go back to it. That's like putting your hand on a hot stove that you know is hot and expecting it not to burn. Wake up. Stop teaching yourself the same lessons that you should have learned from. You will never move forward with your life, living your life through the rearview mirror.
And we've all had experiences where we were working on something and we knew it was possible. And we did those things that were necessary to bring it into reality. We took the responsibility to make it happen. Other people couldn't see it. A lot of people didn't believe it. You were attacked. You were criticized. People were opposing you. But you kept on doing it. It was hard. It was rough. It was difficult. But to you, it was worth it. And eventually you got to a level you know.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, familiar. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. We actually just got back from Arkansas. We've been all over the map for the month of May, out there in Miami, Arizona, Arkansas, Naples. So a lot of momentum is flowing to and through each and every one of you. But before we go ahead and dive into the day, so I can go ahead and pour out into you guys what I took from this weekend out there with Sean Murphy, let's go ahead and drop some gratitude down below, right? The topic for today is going to be keeping your faith. Remember, you've got to, in order to be faithful, you've got to be full of faith. So let's go ahead and drop down the gratitude for today. What are you guys grateful for? Grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful to be alive, grateful for each and every single one of you, grateful for the breakthroughs and the break frees coming for the rest of the month of May and all the way into September out there in Arizona. So let's go ahead and dive into the day. All right, here we go. All right. How to keep your faith, how to stay aligned, how to keep the feeling, right? That's a little bit what we're going to be talking about today. How many of you want to have more of what you want and less of what you don't want? That's what this is all about, right? That's what today's training is going to be focused on. So I'm going to start it with this, right? This is called a QLQ. And over the past 12 weeks, as we did this mastermind with Sean, these are the types of questions that allow you to really open up, critical think, and figure out who do you want to become and where do you want to go. Okay, so my first QLQ for you is going to be, who will you become when you start thinking much bigger? Who will you become when you start moving with the love and gratitude that you know is inside of you? Who do you become when you've already went to Arizona, you changed 50 to 100 people's lives, and they're thanking you for getting you to that event and telling you bless their life because you introduced them to this type of information. So you've got to be able to see it before it happens. I'll never forget it. We were out there on the boat on the second day, and we're all sitting there having a great time. And Sean asked this question. He says, I know you guys are loving this. You're loving the atmosphere. You're feeling deeply joyful, and you have a lot of gratitude. But let me ask you this. How do you see yourself being on this boat on the river 5 years from now? The river doesn't change. It might be a different boat, but you should be an entirely different person 5 years from today. And you've got to be able to see that vision. You've got to be able to hold it for yourself before it even happens. This is, honestly, 4 or 5 years ago when I even created my name, Define Dreams. This is why I made it, because most people have never taken the time to sit down and define their own dreams, to figure out what it is that they really want. Out of the 12-week course, his biggest nugget that he talked about was your DMP, your definite major purpose. So once you figure out your purpose, now when you start asking these QLQ questions, here's the deal. When people say, if your dreams are too big enough and people don't laugh, they're not big enough. Here's the difference. Your dreams should not make you laugh. Your dreams should make others laugh. Your dreams should stretch you so big, but you should understand that you can go out and accomplish it. If there's a 7-year-old that's making $22 million on YouTube last year, there's no reason we can go out and create the same type of abundance. So On the first day, we're all sitting out, we're overlooking the cliff 300 feet up over the river, and we do one of our first exercises. And I want to go ahead and give you guys this exercise so you can go ahead and feel what it is that we felt on that side. You ready? So I want everybody to go ahead and close your eyes, okay? Go ahead and do this with me. Close your eyes, put your hands up, and I want you to think about your favorite color. What is a really powerful color that you can think about? It might be a teal blue. It might be a really shiny red. It might be a dark purple, okay? So I want you to picture your color. What is your power color? And here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to be able to breathe in faith and healing. And when you breathe in, I want you to imagine this colored ball literally going inside of your nose from the crown of the top of your head all the way down your arms, your fingers, your legs, down to your toes, and let this color flood your body with gratitude, with joy, with happiness, with deep revelations of what it is that you can really become. So you breathe in faith and healing, and guess what you breathe out? Pick your color. It could be a dark smoke. It could be a black smoke. Breathe out fear and doubts. I'm going to tell you right now, even this one exercise to really be able to visualize your color coming in, faith and healing, and breathing out fear and doubt, this was something that we did every single day. And when you start to meditate, you're going to be able to put this into your daily routine. This is where the feeling comes from. This is why they say the secret is the feeling, because you've got to be able to visualize. You've got to be able to utilize all of your senses, okay? So the next thing he talked about was how many of you guys have ever been out somewhere. You could have been at a bar, you could have been at a grocery store, right? And watch this. What do you do when someone stares at you in the bar or at a grocery store, right? You guys make that quick eye contact and then you look away all of a sudden because you feel kind of awkward. How many of you know that feeling? Drop some twos down below. Here's what Sean says. He says that's how a lot of us are with our dreams. When we're going throughout our life and we actually look our dreams in the face, huge stretching goals, a lot of times we look away, we look down because we don't think we can really go out and accomplish that. And that really made me think, because it's so true. How many of you guys have seen people not live up to their full potential? What was the difference? They were scared of their own dreams. They didn't know if they could really go out and achieve it. That's why they say half of the equation is the belief, right? We've got Chairman 750 is one of the biggest things they talk about is what? It's one word, belief. That's half of the equation. So I've got two more things I want to go ahead and drop to you guys before we go ahead and get off for today. Here's the first one, okay? The first thing I want you guys to think about is do something that has never been done and easy enough to make it done. So what's something that you've been putting off, that you've been waiting to do, that you know you absolutely have the capabilities to go out and achieve it? I'll give you an example. Why have you been waiting so long to make that podcast? Why have you been waiting so long to go ahead and start your episodes, your lives that you're going to go do every single day to give value? This is the week where you figure out there's things that I need to be doing. I might have been too scared before, but I'll never know what I could go out and achieve if I don't take the action with what it is that I'm afraid to do. So that's the first thing I want to go ahead and give to you. And then to go ahead and end it off with this, when you solve, he talked about the difference between one person and a family and a team and a group. This is why it's so important to get around individuals who have a like-minded passion, right? Who dream just as big as you. Why? Because he said, when you solve problems bigger than you, that's called a community. I'm going to say that again. When you solve problems that's bigger than you, that is now a community. So essentially, what are we doing? We're solving problems that are way bigger than us. How many people are living through this time right now afraid? They're scared of what's going on in the media. They don't know how to multiply their money. They're living the same day in and day out lifestyle, and we have the value. We have skill sets. We have ideas. We have knowledge that can potentially change their situation if they're willing to go ahead and take action. 11:11, paint your vision. So to go ahead and end it off with this, you guys know me, I don't really watch too many movies, but we actually watched a movie over the time that we were there, and it's called 1,000 Words. And if you guys have ever seen this movie, I'm going to give you a gist of it so you can understand what it is, okay? 1,000 Words has Eddie Murphy in it, and basically he's living this lavish life. He's doing great, and he gets cursed. He gets a spell put on him. So in his backyard, he has this tree, and after he got this spell, every time that he speaks, every word that he speaks, a leaf falls off the tree. So he has to be very particular with his words when he goes out into work, when he speaks to his wife, when he goes out and he meets other people. But this teaches you how powerful our words are, and what we speak out into the world we bring about? I'll give you two things. If you speak the past, guess what you're going to bring about? The past. If you speak the future, guess what you're going to bring about? You're going to bring about the future. So my goal for you guys, and this is something Sean touched on so big over the week, stop replaying your past and start pre-playing your future. Stop replaying all the negative things that happened in your past, who you were, what went wrong, all the negative things that happened before, and start pre-playing your future. Who do you become when you step into the best version of yourself? Who do you become when you have thousands of individuals around the world that are sending you daily morning gratitude messages that you changed their life with that live, with that piece of content? Who do you become when you step into that person? That's the you I want you to figure out. That's the you I want you to start thinking about every single day. Because when you feel that, you're going to move different. You're going to love different. You're going to walk different. Your confidence is going to ripple onto other people because they're going to feel your love. They're going to feel your deep level of joy and gratitude. So that's my training for you guys today. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it with this. Gratitude with Danny.com. Gratitudewithdanny.com. This is an amazing soul that actually took the time over the past week and really gave us a couple of these exercises to start thinking different. So a lot of you guys, you've told me, D, I don't really know how to utilize gratitude fully in my day. I'm struggling with it. This is the individual you guys need to go watch. You need to go study because she does a gratitude call every single day. And there's no reason why she's been able to impact so many people from so many different walks of life because she leads with gratitude. Sean Murphy, somebody who gets paid $10,000, $15,000 to speak for an hour. What's one of the biggest things he talks about? Gratitude. So I can give you guys the how-tos. I can give you the strategies all day long. But if you don't have the state, if you don't have that feeling with these QOQs, we need to go back to step one. So that's my training for you guys today. I hope you got a ton of value. Here's what I know. You are great. You are powerful. You are a leader, but you need to go out and believe it. And with that being said, your success is inevitable. So family, I love you. It's your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. You can be, do, or have anything that you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. Let's grow. It's game time.